Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our MK2040 event. It's lovely to see so many of you here this afternoon. So I hope you all enjoy today's event, and I'm going to hand you over to your MC for this afternoon, who is the High Sheriff of Milton Keynes and Buckinghamshire, Francesca Skelton. Thank you.
Thank you, Vanessa. I didn't want to do the boring bit. That was very selfish of me, but I said I want the fun. So, Conversations and Cooperation. Great title for today's gathering together. And I just want to set the scene. This is really a call to arms. We're approaching an important and exciting milestone in our history of a city. Milton Keynes is 50 in 2 years' time. I've been here 37 of those 50 years. And I share with all of you, I'm sure, a pioneering spirit. Thank you for all accepting our invitation today to engage in these conversations and in this cooperation. And thank you to the speakers who are joining us today to inspire and provoke our conversations and cooperation. The DNA of this city is open, innovative, risk-taking and enthusiastic. We all know that we're praised often as a can-do place. So I just want us to recognise today what a massive resource this is to harness and inspire us all in these very challenging times. Our fellow citizens feel great ownership of Milton Keynes, and what an enviable and engaged platform that is, such engagement, to face our challenges and find new ways of working together. We have been celebrated over the years for our partnership. People say Milton Keynes is great at partnership. We created our theatre through partnership, our football stadium through partnership. We have a new gallery through partnership, and many, many charities embrace partnership, and so does Milton Keynes Council. So we are very good at partnership. We have a very engaged and active voluntary sector. We are celebrated for our ambition, for our capacity for continuous change, and for doing things differently. So my call to arms is let's use this fantastic culture. We are celebrated for being the fastest growing city in the country. Let us now make sure we will be celebrated for being the most innovative, the most connected and the most cooperative city in the country. Many towns and cities have built up barriers and silos, and I remember being part of a consultation on the post-16 education landscape. It was a national consultation. We were all asked to think how we would redraw that whole landscape. And the whole consensus of that consultation was that we should build partnership, we should break down any barriers and work together for the sake of the young people. But what was very interesting to me is that many of the very large cities in our country said that will be so difficult. That vision does not fit our current culture of defensive behaviour, barriers and silos. I won't name those cities, but they were very significant cities. And it struck me then again how great it is in Milton Keynes that we do not carry that historic baggage. We have not got entrenched positions. And coming up to the age of 50, we must be very wary of slipping into that sort of behaviour because it happens over time unless you keep that celebratory positive culture. Instead, we have a heritage of innovation that stretches back in time. I'm told often by Brian White, who I don't think is here, but he always tells me that the county of Buckinghamshire was quite radical, has a very fierce Cromwellian past. There are people like William Penn, who was a nonconformist, who actually went off and created Pennsylvania, so he was a creative man. And John Hampden was a cousin of Oliver Cromwell, who was a key figure in the English Civil War, and he fought for the common people. So there is quite a strong boldness in the heritage from the county. Our own city holds the groundbreaking and code-breaking Bletchley Park. The city itself was born out of bold, creative, future-orientated and very, very ambitious thinking. And thanks to the generous partnership of the Open University, we stand here, we gather here, we're not standing, we're gathering here together in the Open University, which we all know in the 70s was a brave and creative vision of how to open education up to a far greater population. Bold thinkers like Jenny Lee drove this vision forward for the Open University against radical opposition, very strong sceptics, and see what she achieved and many others with her. So that was a very strong partnership of politics and committed educationalists. And indeed, I often say and feel that Milton Keynes and the Open University share a very common DNA of openness, accessibility, egalitarian culture, and they have the innovation really running through their veins. So I think radical, outside-the-box thinking is in the Milton Keynes soil and is in our heritage, and we must seize that. So today is an opportunity for radical thinking and to really harness our collective spirit. And this is very, very important with the massive financial challenges we have today and many changes in the way we do things. It is a time to think differently, to think collectively, and it's something we're very good at. Milton Keynes Council has set up its flag to be a cooperative council. I would like to see us described as a cooperative community and a cooperative city, and that is the challenge I put to us all. That would be the vision I would like to see. Over the 50 years, we have been celebrated for our innovation, for our exciting projects, for our social reforming of the way people can live and what they can do. So I would like us to be celebrated as one of the forerunners of cooperative culture and society. I look forward to a stimulating morning listening to our speakers and to your feedback. Nick Hiles is now going to tell us we're going to work this feedback through Twitter. And I thank you for being here again, and I look forward with great interest to what comes out of our afternoon.
Thank you, Francesca. And yes, do applaud. Thank you.